Their seats, the food's almost ready, and we're gonna say a few words and get the festivities started. So maybe if you could find a seat, we'll call you up to eat in a minute. Year anniversary. Again, my name is Steve Barker. I want to welcome you again. Local 33 welcomes you, and it's really a thrill to have you all here. It's funny to be on for 20-some years and immediately transported back to rookie status when all these old guys show up. So I want to thank you. I appreciate the 25 who volunteered for this crazy thing, and I guess it probably seemed crazy at the time, and I wonder if you did volunteer or y'all got in the line and everybody else stepped back and then you just ended up in the front and that's why you did what you did. But I can't think of anything really in the city that touched more lives than what you guys started 40 years ago, and I know we all appreciate that. The citizens of Akron appreciate that, so thank you so much for what you've done. At this time, I'd like to, Mayor Horgan has a few things he'd like to say.
How come I have to tell every crowd for a round of applause? They say that. And I still didn't get a round of applause. Thank you. First, thank you. Usually I come into this building and get yelled at, so I appreciate to getting some cake and a precursor to turkey dinner in a couple of weeks. When you think about it, how revolutionary in 1978, you know, that 25 guys and an organization thought to do this, hey, because this is such a good idea. And I don't know historically where in the state of Ohio or across the country how many other departments were doing this. But, you know, just two words. How about happy anniversary? Happy anniversary. 40 years is a long time for an institution to do something. When you say the citizens of Akron are the beneficiaries of all this, believe me, this is a generational thing that you've been able to pass along. And not even, this is, you know, you've made the department better, the city better. And I think on the revolutionary part of it, in being a visionary to that part of it, it really is, I can't be more proud of an organization right now in the city that's been able to do this. So thank you. And how about giving yourselves a round of applause for I would be remiss if I didn't recognize a few people that have, I think, had a help and a hand in this. Is Ward 8 Council Marilyn Keith, who is here. I'm going to get to John. Hold on just a second. I have a couple of staff members here, and Annie and Amanda and Randy. I'll get to issue 4, but issue 4 was a signature thing for us to be able to do some specific things for the fire department, for the police department, and for our infrastructure. So thank you to all who were able to help on issue 4 and as much help that you provided. And also a longtime member of Akron City Council and in service to the city, who probably started the EMS Bureau, I think, John, or just in the council committee. John Frank, a longtime councilman who's been a strong supporter. I want to to read a couple of these words, and if you hear your name, I want you to be able to stand. Whereas Akron's Fire Emergency Medical Services is celebrating their 40th anniversary, fresh out of paramedic school with no veteran paramedics to rely on, these men embarked on uncharted territory and were responsible for setting some of the standards we see in our services today. And if I read your name, please stand so we could recognize you. Bernie Callison, Pat Capers, John Chapman, Jack Clark, Ernie Davis, Joe Denholm, Mike Dyer, Wade Farmer, Dick Begley, Mike Goodman, Roger Hoover, Jack Lydell, Dan Markham, Dick Marsh, Tim Metcalf, Terry Miller, John Monavon, John Parker, Jim Wright, Dick Rogers, Don Selvey, Larry Steele, Charlie Stroop, Don Winnan, and John Lifter. How about a round of applause for these guys? This is the most important part. It's kind of cool when you get to do this. The Akron's Fire Emergency Medical Services has been an overwhelming success by any standard and now maintains 175 paramedics throughout 13 of Akron's fire department's advanced life support ambulances. Now therefore, I, Daniel Horgan, Mayor, City of Akron, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, November 13th of Akron's Fire Emergency Medical Services Day. One more quick thing is that I see the pictures of the fire stations on the wall, and I can't wait to add 2 more pictures, hopefully in about 6-9 months. So thank you all and enjoy the lunch.
Thank you, Mayor. Chief of the Akron Fire Department, Clarence Tucker.
Good afternoon, everyone. As I look around this room, I see a lot of my teachers, a lot of my officers, a lot of the people that taught me about this job, how to do it, and why we do it. And personally, on a personal level for me, I just want to say thank you. It's been 40 years now that we have had EMS in the city of Akron, 40 years. Out of 179 years that we've had fire service, the EMS service has developed into 85% of what we do on a daily basis. So what you started has really, really taken off. Early on, we were known as one of the best EMS services in Ohio. And I am very proud to say, today, we are one of the best EMS services in Ohio because of the high standards that you set, the place where you set the bar. So, thank you for your service. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for being a teacher, a mentor to all of the rest of us. And I really am proud to say that I'm one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And now, one of the very first paramedics for the Akron Fire Department, 40 years ago, only doesn't look that old, John Lifter.
Thank you all for being here. This is an occasion which I think need to be celebrated. 40 plus years ago, all the gentlemen that stood up and the names that the mayor read, we've got together, forward-thinking individuals looking at what the EMS system would mean to the fire department. We went out on our own time to malls, to shopping centers, took blood pressures, assisted people, trying to get them to pass the $1 mil levy to fund the EMS program, which they did. As a result, we're here today 40 years later. A couple of individuals I would like to recognize is Chief Kenny Kloss. You want to stand up, Chief?
One thing, we have this picture here. I'm going to send to each one that's here today. If anyone hasn't signed up, please see us after this is over, okay? This is a picture of the first class, okay?
Oh, cool.
So we're trying to get the names and everything up here, and thank you much.
Next to him is his wife Betty. Chief, before you sit down, 1983 you retired?
1983.
1983, he's been retired. 35 years, probably longer than you had on the job.
Pardon?
Probably longer than you had on the job. How many years service did you have?
Yeah, it was. At 33.
And across from him is Sue Wright. She was a secretary, original secretary in the EMS office, married to one of our members, Jim Dreyfus. If we look at the back of the young lady sitting back there, Cass, would you stand up, please? This is Cass Matthew. Cass was the nurse who assisted Dr. Roush in putting us through the first paramedic class that Akron General had. We owe a lot to her for her patience and the trials and tribulations that we put her through. But thank God she was there to help us and a great asset. Thank you. And standing in the back, our president of our Retirees Association, John Lassiter. John happened to be on dispatch duty the night the first call went out. It's John Lassiter. We have Dr. Gradsack here. We have Dr. Hetrick. Please stand. Dr. Hetrick was another doctor who put us through the program and was very instrumental in making sure that we learned everything there was to be about emergency room medicine. And just like Ernie Davis had said before and Don Sylvia said, when we went out to a person's house, we had the emergency room in their home, not at the hospital. We relied on the advice that we got from Dr. Hetrick and like Dr. Gradsack as to what we should do if we had a problem. But we were the first line. We were their eyes and ears and hands out in the field. And I think it's a tremendous asset that these gentlemen were able to instill in us the duties that we had. So I just want to thank everybody for showing up today. Brenda, thanks for all your help in setting this up. Really appreciate that. And again, thanks for coming out and enjoying it.
Thank you all so much for coming. We have some cake. There's seconds up here if you want something. We really appreciate it. I don't know how many runs you guys had this first year or two. But what are we up to now, Joe?
45,000 plus a year.
45,000. So you guys are crazy for wanting to do this, but again, appreciate that you did it. All you have to, the ripple effect is just amazing. 45,000 runs. So thank you all for coming. Chief Capers, want to say something?
Could we get all the guys in the first class up there for a picture?
Thank you.